I personally put a great deal of importance on environmental services in our hospital. I've often said that if I walked out the door and didn't come back for 2 weeks, there wouldn't be very many people that might even notice that. However, if environmental services left for 1 day, everybody would notice it.
Ty Cobb is special because of its people, their dedication to their job, and their commitment to high-quality patient care. It's something that's really been instilled in the organization for a lot of years. Diversified, and the staff and the management that have come here have embraced those qualities and those characteristics. And in some ways, to be honest with you, is even set an example.
They're certainly an integral part of our hospital. They're an important part that we certainly couldn't do without, especially since they provide such quality service and do such a great job.
I would like patients' experiences here to be very good. The staff to be very friendly, the hospital has to be clean. I know, for example, if my wife and I go into a restaurant and if it's dirty, we don't want to go back. And I know I'd feel the same way if I was a visitor in a hospital or a patient. Image means a lot.
Well, most people don't like coming to a hospital, but when they need a hospital, we want this to be the favorite hospital for doctors to send patients and for patients to come to. So we want it to be a pleasant experience. We certainly want quality medical care, but we want the rest of the experience, including the environment, to be everything they expect it to be and more.
I think excellence is demonstrated by our ability to interact well with each other, to exceed the expectations of each other, to exceed the expectations of our patients and our visitors. And that's something we strive to do every day. It certainly shows up in the awards that we receive and the compliments that we receive.
In my department of respiratory therapy and sleep lab, it is very important that the department remains clean, which it does. And it affects everyone. If you're working in a dirty department, it can affect attitudes. And also in our sleep lab, the patients, they see our rooms are very nice and clean. It makes them want to refer other patients to our sleep lab.
Before we moved over here, we started talking to another company, Diversified, trying to see if maybe we could improve our housekeeping and environmental services by outsourcing it to somebody that just does that all the time.
Diversified Maintenance has had a tremendous impact on our ability to meet our accreditation standards, and it has also, the experience has improved our overall quality of services provided. In the past, we have managed our environmental services in-house, but having the support and the expertise of Diversified has really improved our quality, and has certainly helped us comply with all the numerous standards that we have to meet in this day and age.
Environmental services fits into DNV accreditation very well by doing one of two things. It's very important in the environment of care conditions of participation for us to be able to demonstrate a clean, germ-free facility. They do that in many ways. Number one, they stay on top of it. They keep this building spick and span 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They even do the high-touch testing on their rooms. They do about 30 rooms a month where they go back and go behind their housekeepers to make sure that the rooms are being clean. It was very impressive when we had our DNV survey that the surveyors actually commented on the cleanliness of this facility.
Well, obviously our hospital is expected to be clean, and Diversified Maintenance certainly delivers that for us. And as I walk around the hospital, even though the hospital is now 2 years old, it still looked like it did the day we opened. It's just as clean, just as new looking, and that's because of the services they provide.
I give a lot of tours to the hospital, vendors and prospective employees, and almost every person I give a tour to, one of the first things they say is they've never seen a hospital as clean as ours.
The impact of the service levels has been demonstrated in our infection control rate, which is lower than the national average. In the absolute cleanliness of the rooms, even in the bathrooms. We receive compliments numerous times from patients and patients' families about how clean the hospital is, about how clean their bathrooms are. It's just a well-received facility, and part of that is thanks to the employees from the Diversified Maintenance Company. They do a wonderful, consistent job.